If you're a parent, you would want to hear this. And I just want to share with you what happened to me not too long ago. And this space is just me talking about different things, motherhood. I talk about parenthood, if there's anything like that, career, my Christian life, my music, what I love to do. But basically, today I want to be talking about something that parents and mothers need to take very seriously. Not too long ago, my son began to complain that he had stomach pain. And this stomach pain was so intense that we had to go to the hospital so many times. I didn't know what was wrong with him. I couldn't, for the life of me, figure out what was wrong with this kid. I did everything possible. It came to a point he didn't want anybody to touch his tummy. And I was like, okay, so what did you eat? Is it food poisoning? Is it, I don't know, stomach flu, a bug? You know, I just couldn't help it. I didn't know what was wrong with him. We went to the hospital, we did a series of tests. They just didn't find out what was wrong with him. They did some x-ray, ultrasound, blood work. He had IV because at the point he began to throw up. He was vomiting everything that he was eating, and he'll keep telling me that he's hungry. I'll keep giving him food and he'll keep throwing it up. And then at the time he would ask him, did you go to the washroom? Like, did you poop or anything? And he would say, yeah, I did, but it was kind of runny. Okay, so this child is pooping. He's throwing up what he's eating. And we tried to give him, this liquid that we give kids to like rehydrate them. But he didn't like the taste. We tried to do like salt and water together, mix it together, give it to him. He didn't like the taste. He just sipped a little bit. But I knew he was losing some liquid, right? I'm not a medical personnel, okay? And so I might be very rusty with these terms, but just hear me out. So we wanted to feel it out. We wanted to feel him back, but he would drink water. We made him drink water, and he'll keep eating, and then he'll keep throwing it up. I tried lemon. I tried ginger. If you don't know, ginger helps a lot. When I was pregnant, whenever I feel like throwing up, I'll take ginger, and it helped me like to keep that feeling of nausea away. So I gave him some ginger. The first 2 days it worked, or the first day, a couple of hours it worked, and he wouldn't throw up. He didn't throw up, but he ate. At least I was happy. It stayed in his tummy. I was excited. I was like, yes, okay, this is working. And then he told me, oh, I threw up in the night. So I was in this place where I didn't know what to do. I was so confused. Then we went to emergency one night when he came, and he was like, oh my God, I hurt. It's paining me so much. I can't do this. It's hurting. Oh. And it was so bad. We gave him Tylenol. We gave him Advil. And at the point we said, you know what? His dad took him to emergency. And they stayed there for such a long time. After the x-ray, it revealed that there was a lot of poo in his intestine. Like he was constipated. Now I was like, okay, but he's pooping. So how is he constipated when he's pooping? Guys. We brought him back home. They gave him like suppository to help him to poop, and he did poop a little bit, and I felt, okay, that's it, it's done. But it wasn't done. He still had, I guess, poop, because the tummy still continued hurting him. It was hurting so bad, we took him to the children's hospital, and they found that, okay, there's still poop in his intestine, like in his tummy, there's still poop. And like, what? Okay, so what do we do? What can they do for him? And they found out that he was dehydrated, so dehydrated that they had to give him some IV, to help him, to refill him, and then they gave him some medication to stop him from throwing up. Guys, if you're a mother, a father, a parent, you know how it feels when your child is hurting, but you cannot help them. You are like, okay, so how do I help this child? You bring out all the tricks in your book, and you still, for the life of you, cannot figure out what is wrong with your child. It is so depressing, it's scary, and you begin to question your parenting. Like, what am I doing wrong? What am I feeding these people with? I was almost scared when he asked me, Mommy, can I have some food? I'm like, what am I giving him that's even making him throw up? What should I stop giving him? Thankfully, we have another kid, his sister, who is not throwing up, who is not constipated, who is not crying that her tummy aches. So I'm like, okay, thankfully, there's someone who is eating the same food that he's eating and not throwing up and not vomiting or in pains or complaining about stomach ache. And we are all eating the same food. I was really confused. At the hospital, this last doctor, I told my husband, make sure that you don't come back until they tell us what we should do to help this kid. We shouldn't wait until everything is now in a dangerous place where it's a big emergency and the child's life is in danger. You must find out. They must tell us what is wrong. If there's a machine that they've not brought out, they need to bring out the machine that they will insert. If they have to insert a camera into him, and so that we can find out what it is, they must. They tested him for appendicitis. No, it was negative. They tested him for everything. I don't know those terms, but they tested his stomach, they tested his lower bowel, like, you know, below his tummy, below his belly button. They checked that, nothing. The only thing that they saw that was amiss was the poo in his stomach that needs to go out, that he's constipated. Finally, this doctor gave my husband a prescription, or just like the name of Restolax, or some relaxant, you know, stomach relaxant that you just take to help you to go to poop. And he gave a prescription that he has to take it like 3 times in a day for a period of 3 days, and after 3 days he'll start taking it once every day. And then my neighbor, lovely neighbor, beautiful neighbors that I have the best neighbors in the world, if you don't know, just to leave that out there. My neighbor said that they remember that their kid had an episode of stomach ache almost at the same age with our child at the time, a couple of years ago. And they did, if the doctor is saying something about poop in his tummy still, then we should do prune juice. Okay, so he told us to get a brand of prune juice. My husband went there, he couldn't find it, and then he found another kind of prune juice. At least it said prune juice, and it was a nectar prune whatever juice. I wish I had it here. I would show you. I would have shown you what it is. And my husband brought it home, and we said, okay, the doctor said he should take this other one. Should we still add the prune juice? And when he said he was still having pain, we said, you know what, prune juice is just a juice, it's natural, let's try it. So we went ahead, and then we gave him the prune juice. He drank it. The first, nothing happened. A couple of hours after, nothing happened. We waited a little. Then he started going to poop, and he pooped, but it was kind of drops, like, you know, some poop, but not, you would expect that lots of poo will come out and boom, the child is going to be fine. But that's not what happened. It was just pooping a little, and we went on like that. After the 3rd day of taking that Restolax, or I don't know the name, I'll type it in the comments, in the description section, the name of what we gave to him. After 3 days of taking that, he began to feel light, and he was really willing to go to school. Of course, he was going to school, and they'll call us, oh, he threw up again, come and get him. We'll get him and bring him back home. And we went on like that. The routine continued like that. So we gave him this prune juice, and he pooped 3 times that day, but you could still feel like he wouldn't let you touch his tummy. When you touch his tummy, he would say, no, that hurts, that hurts, that hurts. So we kept doing it and saying, okay, let's give it some time. Let's give it some time. The intestine, whatever it is, going to dissolve it. We just told ourselves that maybe it's just breaking it down. The prune juice and all this is just breaking it down bit by bit. And maybe as it breaks it down, it will eventually be all gone. That's how we took it. You know, like how water drops on sand, like mud, you know, continuous water flow can make a kind of erosion, right? We're expecting that it's going to do an erosion on that poop, and gradually to break it down to be able to come down. But this is the lesson I learned from it, and this is where I want you guys to, aspirants, pay attention to this. I got some snacks. My kids love beer paws and some other snack. that I get for them. So I got some snacks and there was some cookies at home. I realized I remembered I was trying to do a reverse of everything that he has eaten in the last 1 month. I was just thinking about the whole thing, and I realized that whenever I give him fruits, he would eat his fruit, yes, but he wouldn't eat his veggie. He wouldn't eat his broccoli so well. And if I gave him spinach, he would eat some of it, and he was pushing his veggie around. And if I gave him carrots, he would not eat his carrots. If I gave him cucumber, he would say, no, I don't really like cucumber, but his sister loves cucumber. She'll eat her cucumbers. She'll eat her carrots. He wants celeries, but I wasn't always buying them because he would eat it. Sometimes he wouldn't finish it and it'd go bad. And I just wanted to, how everything is expensive, right? So I wasn't, maybe it was also my fault. I should have kept buying at least the celery and insisting that he eats it. But I got so busy at work, and I felt he's a big boy, right? He can take care. I can tell him, like, do this, and let him do it. But these kids were feeding on beer paws. They would eat so many beer paws. They would eat cookies, and the cookies were going. And every week they were always telling me, Mommy, snack is done. We need to go get more snack. And I was like, why are you guys eating so much snack? And then there was like a week and a half that they were at home. Guys, my kids sat down with their friends and they ate all the cookies at home. They kept eating so many cookies, and there was bread at home. My son took the bread, got Nutella. He was just feeding on the Nutella and bread. He ate a lot of bread. Everything was starchy, all from flour products. And I think that was the problem, because he ate so much of it, did not have enough fruits, because he will not eat the fruit that's in the fridge, did not have enough vegetables, and those ones went there and sat like a cement in his intestine. That's a lesson for parents. So let's watch out on these kids, these boys, these girls, especially boys. They want to eat, they have large appetite and they want to eat, and sometimes they have the kind of things that they want to eat. Let's watch them and insist that our kids eat what is good for them. We should be very intentional about what they eat. Make sure that they have veggie in their food. Make sure that the food of your children is very colorful. There is different colors, greens and reds, from carrots, from bell pepper, from sweet pepper. Let there be a mix of lentils, vegetables, staple foods like rice and all of those. Make sure that your kids, if you eat swallow, like African food, African fufu, make sure that you are serving them the African fufu with a lot of vegetables. That's how to avoid this constipation. My guardian from Europe, from France, called me and she asked me how the kids were doing, and I explained to her what happened. She's like, oh my God, is it throwing up? I said, yes, he was throwing up. She said, yes, that's what constipation does. Please give him a lot of spinach, and give him a lot of water. And then my mom added her own. My mom, thankfully, she's a very lovely mama. She has a lot of tricks in her purse, in her pocket, and she said, make sure that he drinks that water that you're giving him. Make sure he drinks water first thing in the morning before eating anything. So what we did was that when that Restolax that the doctor prescribed, we made it, mixed it with water. It's very transparent. It doesn't have any taste. It tastes less it dissolves easily in water. When we gave that to him, the morning dose, we were giving it to him first thing before eating anything, before drinking any other thing. He drank that first thing. And I think that's what went there and dissolved the whole poop. And he told me yesterday that, Mommy, I pooped a lot at school. A lot at school. And I was like, wow, how is your tummy? Does it feel better? You still have pains? Are you much more better? I said, yeah, I feel kind of better. It feels better. I have not thrown up. He stopped throwing up when we started giving him the prune juice and all that. And when he pooped a little, as I told you, it helped him in his intestine. Everything started to clear out. And now, at least when he came back from school yesterday, I touched his tummy and he didn't like scream like, ow, don't touch it. He didn't do that. So I believe that the tummy is kind of going away. I'm telling you guys, can you believe that poop can become, it's toxic, so it can become a problem in your intestine. It has to go out. Watch your kids every other day or every day. Ask them, did you poo? Did you poo today? Did you poo? How much? How was it? Ask them. I know a guardian. I have a guardian who will always ask her kids. You know, they live in France, and she'll say, "Est-ce que tu as fait caca aujourd'hui? Did you poop today?" And when the kids say, "Oui, maman, j'ai fait caca." Yes, mommy, I pooped. She'll say, the kids will ask, "Maman, tu es contente? Mommy, are you happy?" She'll say, yes, I'm happy." And the kids will like, "Yeah, maman est toujours contente quand on fait caca. Mommy is always happy when we poop." It was always hilarious then, but I didn't understand it until I started having kids, how important, how a mom wants to see her children poop because of this kind of thing that happened to me. Okay, and as adults too, it's a cue for us. Eat your vegetables, make sure you're eating a balanced diet, make sure you're drinking a lot of water, and if you can make it a routine, drink your water in the morning first thing before eating anything at all. Start with water. If you can do that, it's going to help you a lot. It's going to help your digestion system, and if you can, try your best to eat light at night. Make sure that you're eating your fruits, and when you're eating your fruit and your veggie, eat your fruit and your veggie before your meal, and drink a lot of water. That's how to help your stomach to dissolve everything that we're eating. And too much of bread, starch is not so good for us. Vegetables is a better options. Incorporate them in your daily feeding, in your daily meals, vegetables, food, water, and if you can add prune juice, that's a good one. You can have prune juice at least every Friday for your kids. Give them prune juice. It will help them to poop. Maybe on Saturday they will poop a lot and clean their system in preparation for the next week. When you start giving them snack, at least they need snack one snack a day. And now I've told my kids no more snack the whole day. I don't want to see anybody touching those snack, and I'm going to take those snacks away. If you want to eat anything, you're hungry when you come back from school, before dinner, your goûter or your little chop that you're going to have before dinner is a fruit. Open the fridge, get an apple, get a banana, get a celery, get a pineapple, get cucumber, carrot, anything. Eat a fruit. I don't want to see anybody eating beer paws or any of those snack and cookies. I already gave you a snack for school. That's all the snack you get for the day. I pray God keeps our children and keeps them healthy. That's my prayer. Thank you so much. And what do you have to share? Do you have anything any experience you've had with your kids, and how did it get resolved? Do you have any natural things that you do for your kids to help them, the digestion, to help them manage their eating habits? Whatever it is, I'll be happy to share. This is a Mama Corner. Mothers, fathers are here. We like to share. We like to, learn from each other. And I pray that God will keep our children healthy. We will not lose our children. We will not cry over them. And they will live long, they will grow up, they will go on to university, they will go on to graduate, they will go on to get married and become grandparents if Jesus tarries. Thank you so much. If you do not know me and you're finding my channel for the first time, my name is Princess, and this is my little corner. Okay, please do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel and support me, and let me know what other topics you'd want us to talk about. Thank you so much for all my subscribers and all those people that have been commenting and following me on this journey of self-discovery and motherhood, parenthood, career woman, businesswoman, and all the many hats that I wear. Thank you so much, and see you next time. Bye. Remain blessed and stay safe out there. Au revoir. Bye. Merci. Obrigado. Dankeschön. Shukran.